There's a lot of talk about how chameleons can change color, but very little of it is true. The truth is that chameleons can only change color for two reasons. One is to camouflage themselves from predators, and the second reason is to communicate with other chameleons. But did you know that both of these reasons are actually an unintended side effect of their primary motivation for changing colors? That's right. Chameleons don't do it to blend in or to send messages. They do it to make themselves look cool. Hi, I'm here with Minotaurth. Chameleons have more than 200 species, and they're found all over the world. Although they're often called chameleons, there's actually one species called the chameleon that can change color. Most of them can't. Those that can get their color-changing abilities from special cells called chromatophores that hang out in their skin. Chromatophores contain pigments like guanine, which reflects light and makes the cell look white, or melanin, which absorbs light and makes the cell look black. When those cells get signals from the chameleon's brain, they expand or contract, making the whole animal either lighter or darker. Some species have 3 layers of color-changing cells, which allows them to modify the brightness, hue, and saturation of their skin color. That means that some chameleons can go from looking like this to looking like this. Now those fancy cells help chameleons look shiny and sparkly too. Certain scales have tiny ridges in them that act like diffraction gratings, which are used to split light up into different colors. And since chameleons have so many chromatophores, they end up looking iridescent, like an oil slick or a soap bubble. But the real reason chameleons want to look sparkly and shiny is to attract a mate. That's right, it's all about sex. Males especially want to look their best, and they'll puff out their chests and turn their heads into rainbow hues to impress potential partners. Females tend to be more conservative with their flashy colors, saving them for when they're ready to breed. And when it comes time to attracting a mate, males will flash the flesh, basically vibrating their chests really fast to make their colors pop. Now, flashing can also be a way to intimidate a rival, and sometimes rivals will flash back. This is called a contest display, and it's basically a battle of the flashy colors until one guy runs away. And while all of this is going on, chameleons are also camouflaging themselves, because their flashy colors make them easy targets for daytime predators like birds. And that's why chameleons spend most of their time being boring colors like brown. And while they're masters of disguise, even that doesn't always work, because there's another animal out there who's even better at camouflage than chameleons. So watch out for sneaky snakes. Now, not all chameleons live in places where they need to camouflage themselves from predators during the day. For example, the nocturnal veiled chameleon lives in parts of Africa where there aren't any daytime predators, and because they're active at night, they don't really need camouflage. Instead, they use their fancy colors to communicate. Like when they're feeling threatened, they'll raise their huge third eye, which is actually just a photosensitive spot on top of their head, and they'll turn bright green. And if that doesn't scare off the predator, they'll do what we call a full display, where they raise their head, puff out their body, and turn a brilliant turquoise. So whether they're trying to attract a mate or trying to scare off a predator, chameleons use their awesome color-changing abilities to get what they want. But it might not be exactly what you think. For more Minute Info, follow us on social media.